The episode begins with Pinion's crew looking at a large fleet of ships in the distance, and aboard that fleet sits a mech that looks ominously similar to Chamber. However, feeling overconfident in his new weaponry, Pinion decides to frighten them by firing a warning shot in their direction. But as soon as he does so, an even more powerful shot is fired back at them. Meanwhile, Leto establishes communication with Commander Kugel and enthusiastically accepts the order to return to duty. Finally, the young soldier has found one of his comrades in arms and gets to become a soldier of the Galactic Alliance once more. He abandons Pinion's crew without so much as wishing them good luck, and upon his arrival, Leto is greeted by their leaders who treat him as though he's a god and then ushered into a room where he's met by Kugel's hologram. The commander informs Leto that he's been struck with an unknown disease and as such must remain in the cockpit of his machine-caliber mech named Striker. After listening to the usual mantra from Kugel about attacking the Hideos, Leto timidly informs his commander about his discovery regarding the origins of the Hideos. Kugel is unfazed by this, revealing to Leto that in the Galactic Alliance, most senior officers are somewhat aware that the Hideos were human. As such, he remains unwaveringly committed to eradicating their enemies and has been building this fleet to be aggressive and structured around a militaristic, cult-like society, aiming to unify Earth's humans under his banner as a god among them. Meanwhile, a diplomatic meeting with Pinion is requested. The engineer is surprised by the appearance of the pirate Queen Luckage, who escorts him through the miserable-looking fleet and then into a room. Ever curious about devices, Pinion fiddles with the contraption on the table, eventually unlocking it. And as he does so, Striker's hologram appears before him, informing the engineer that he has passed the test. The mech offers him the opportunity to join them as their chief engineer, where he'll have access to vast knowledge which he'd be able to use to create machinery and weaponry that'll advance humanity's technological prowess. Despite his reservations, Pinion can't resist the chance to get his hands on all this ancient tech, as well as the wealth it could provide. And so, much to the disappointment of Luckage, the engineer agrees to Striker's proposal. Meanwhile, the assimilation of his crew is ordered, and with the choice to join or be destroyed, Pinion's salvage crew unhappily accepts. Elsewhere, Leto is contacted by Kugel, who briefs the young soldier on the next stage of his grand plan. The commander intends to engage in a large-scale operation to expand his fleet, and as the information is brought up on his feed, Leto is shocked to learn that Kugel intends to attack the Gargantia.